Well, earlier we had Amherst Steel. Now it's time to go to the Steel Valley Conference, and undefeated Youngstown Ursuline taking on 7-1 Cardinal Mooney. It's number 1 in Division 5 taking on number 4 in D4. It's the Irish versus the Cardinals in our marquee matchup. Mooney, the 4th-ranked team in our latest Division 4 ONN Ohio High Power Poll. Ursuline, the top-ranked team in Division 5. It's the 50th meeting between these two rivals, a game that took place at Stambaugh Stadium on the campus of Youngstown State. First quarter, quick strike. Justin Austin, 53 yards on the ricochet catch from quarterback Dwaylen Harper. He's down right there. It sets up a Kevin Patcher 26-yard field goal, splits the uprights up and in. Ursuline on top, 3-0. Second quarter, Mooney driving for the lead, but Ursuline's L.J. Stevens coming up with the big-time interception. And at the half, Irish on top, 3-0. We move ahead to the third quarter. Ursuline junior Alan Jones totes the rock 65 yards all the way to the promised land. Ursuline shutting out the Cards 10-0. Fourth quarter, Mooney driving, but turnovers were a problem. Dan Bayco recovers a fumble for the Irish. Fourth turnover of the game for the Cardinals. 1:30 left in the game. Mooney's last chance. Here we go. Donald DeLacio scores from 23 yards out from the pass from quarterback Alex Zordich. That made it 10-7 Ursuline. Mooney then goes on the onside kick, but the Irish recover. Final score, Ursuline 10, Mooney 7. JJ, you took Mooney in this one. I took Ursuline. What do you have to say for yourself, young man?
Ursuline's a lot faster than I ever dreamed. I even talked to some people while this game was going on, and they just flat out said this is the fastest team that they'd played against probably in several years. And Ursuline's a very good squad, but a Division 5 against Division 4, I was hoping for a little break here. I didn't get it at all, folks, let me tell you. He was right, I was wrong, but what an excellent game. Mooney just can't, you can't turn the ball over 4 times against Ursuline.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask Jerry about. You can't win ball games when you turn over the ball like that.
No way, not against Ursuline. We saw Alan Jones out there making plays. I mean, all kinds of electrifying players and athleticism for Ursuline. But I think this is a year where you got a Division 5 team that could truly play with the big boys in Division 1. It's shocking to say that. Sometimes we might mention a Division 3 or a 2 team that could do that. But this is a freakish situation, guys, with how good Ursuline is. This isn't a sign Mooney's down. They beat St. Vincent St. Mary 33-7 last week. Mooney is a good team.
Yeah, they are.
It's just that Ursuline, I don't think anybody's shocked by this. You might be. No one else is.
Tony Castricone in Youngstown, and he has more on this golden anniversary of this classic battle.
Tonight's 10-7 win over arch-rival Cardinal Mooney was the culmination of an intense turnaround job by a once struggling program. But by playing a little trestle ball with a good running game, a positive turnover margin, and a rock-solid defense, head coach Dan Reardon has the Ursuline Fighting Irish unbeaten at 9-0 and the big-time front-runner for a Division 5 state title.
I'm just happy for our seniors. Our seniors have meant so much to this program, and you know, going back to when they were freshmen, we went 3-7, and our program was at a crossroads, so to speak, and they hung in there. They meant so much. I'm just proud for them.
We came from a 5-5 team 2 years ago to almost this close to win the state. We just feel like we have to get back to what we do.
The anchor of this unit is a juggernaut of a defense. The Irish forced 4 turnovers and shut down a Cardinal offense which was averaging 33 points a game heading into tonight. Ursuline has now allowed just 5.4 points a game in the last 5 contests, and they're really hanging their hat on that side of the ball.
Coach Kemp really stresses us on defense and really put emphasis into it. I mean, we rely on our defense, and great defense wins championships, and that's our philosophy, and that's what we're rolling with.
We've been playing great defense all year, and you know, every time our offense has struggled at any point this year, our defense has stepped up and done a great job, and tonight was no different.
That said, they needed a big play somewhere on offense to solidify this win. It came in the third quarter as junior Alan Jones scampered 65 yards for the eventual game-winning score and a landmark win for the program.
My fullback, Dwight Wright, and my guard, Matt Krause, came across, and just out through the hole, I just tried to run.
This was the 50th anniversary of this rivalry, and in 54 previous meetings, the Irish had only won 15 times. So this is certainly one of the biggest wins in school history. Now they're 9-0, and with Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's coming up next week, there's a good chance they can be undefeated going into the playoffs. They're certainly, at least for now, going to stay #1 in the Division 5 ONN Power Poll. For the Grange Insurance High School Sports Site, I'm Tony Castricone.
I don't think Tony could have talked another second there. He was getting ambushed by the Irish. All right, time to go streaking, and each week JJ, Jerry, and myself will try to pick a winner out of the North, Central, and South. The catch is we cannot use the same team twice, so whoever has the longest streak of weeks with the winner receives an air freshener and a free set of number 2 pencils, because you never know when you're going to need to take a test. And after 8 weeks, we look like we all know what we're talking about. We fooled them again, folks. I accurately took Licking Valley over Newark Catholic. JJ said Wheelersburg would win, and Jerry said Brunswick would beat 1-7 Lakewood. Way to go out on a limb there, Jerry. All right, Jerry, make up for it. Final week of the regular season, who do you got?
Well, I believe that Brookville, they've beaten Beechcroft, Whetstone, Chillicothe. Brookhaven. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said it's gonna be Brookhaven though, because even better than their wins was their loss, only by 3 to Hilliard-Davidson. Brookhaven's for real.
All right, JJ.
Boy, that was tough.
It was. Who do you got, JJ?
I'm going to go with the Patriots from Patrick Henry over Wasson next week.
All right, and I'm taking Xavier over Moeller next week. A huge GCL rivalry game. Both teams were 4-4 going into this one. St. X plays host to St. Ignatius tomorrow. All right, great stuff. Jerry, quick, you wanted to mention that you had a division that you wanted to talk about, Centerville.
Well, I just think that Greater Western Ohio Conference it's not the big two with Wayne and Centerville anymore. I mean, we saw Northmont, Fairmont, Springfield has got a good team this year. Shaping up to be a fun league, almost like the Big Ten. You know, maybe not getting the exposure of some of the other conferences, but a lot of fun to watch.
JJ, parting shot, real quick.
I'll tell you what, I said that St. Charles should be happy with their effort. I didn't finish that line right there.
Absolutely, they should. And that's going to do it for this edition of the Grange Insurance Sports Site. Be proud of your efforts, too, tonight, guys. For Katie Witham, Tony Castercone, JJ of JJ Heddle, the captain, Jerry Rosinski over there, watching for Buckeye coverage throughout the week. That's going to do it. Thanks to you, Ohio, the greatest football fans in the world, for watching. We'll see you Thursday for the Gridiron Showcase between Hilliard Darby and Hilliard Davidson, live on our air, ONN, 7 o'clock Thursday. It's going to be a good one. That's going to do it. Have a good one, Ohio. We'll see you next weekend, everybody. Good night.